Yes, international travel. You may equate this to jet setting, but I assure you, this is the opposite of jet setting. I'm traveling by the slowest mode of transportation, other than a skateboard, that could possibly exist. I know you could debate whether or not skateboards are faster. This is not jet setting.
Welcome and welcome back to Stir Crazy Sailing and Adventures. I'm Dennis. We've already sailed to the Bahamas and, well, we liked the beaches there just fine, but now we're headed up to Canada because, well, it rocks. Heading up to Canada, we are hitting some of the quaint small towns along the way on this freshwater adventure, having some fun off the boat, staying in shape, and looking forward to someplace that's really special. You're going to enjoy this trip. Thanks for joining me.
I'm headed to Hessel, home of the Les Cheneaux Islands annual wooden boat show. Yeah, well, Sparky's doing the driving right now. And I've got to mess with the sail, but oh, the wind is almost right behind us pretty consistently. The waves are going with us and the sailing is ideal. I just have to tend to the wheel, if you know what I mean.
As happens sometimes in this region of the northern Great Lakes, I had some unwanted passengers aboard.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. Look at those flies. This is non-lethal, unlike a vacuum cleaner.
We are at the eastern end of Michigan's Upper Peninsula in this beautiful island-dotted paradise filled with channels and wonderful anchorages. The Les Cheneaux Islands are a must-see stop along the way before making the turn up into the St. Mary's River and making our way over into the North Channel and enjoying Canada.
Breezy up here on deck, that's for sure, but the water is great. The water's fantastic. It's awesome.
The Les Cheneaux Islands region is a haven for wooden boat owners. There are hundreds and hundreds of wooden boats, but boaters of all sorts love the Les Cheneaux region because the best way to describe the inland waterways for boating is infinite. Hessel is no mystery to find from the water, and paddling in is simple, because the pace can best be described as slow, even for the wilder looking modern boats you may come across. Not all of the makers of these old wooden boats are around anymore, but every one of them is a piece of art. Hessel is scenic, boasts a few cool watering holes, and is home to a culinary arts school. I'm not kidding, you'll see that in a moment.
The Islander in Hessel. I didn't plan on shooting any video in here because you see enough of me in a watering hole. But the whitefish bites.
But you don't see me in the watering hole.
Fantastic. She's a real photographer. She's been published internationally. Paulabador. The whitefish bites are worth traveling all the way to Hessel, Michigan for, to the Islander. The Culinary Arts School opened today, so I just reminded myself I needed to shoot some video.
Across the street from the marina, the view from the bar is terrific.
Great place. Everybody was a good sport. But like in so many places, folks don't get too fired up to be on YouTube, right? I think it would be great if it's candid. I think just anything right off the tip of your tongue would be fantastic. They want to maintain their privacy, and there are some people here probably hiding out. Julie Andrews was here.
With a beautiful place on one of the islands, she's been known to pop in.
She does date or does?
Yeah.
She does. Where?
Anyway, the food is excellent. The people are great. They're really friendly.
If I can't see it, it can't see me.
Kara, Bob, and team did a great job in there. I didn't shoot much in the bar. And actually, I probably shot more than you're going to see. I didn't feel comfortable with everybody wanting to be in the videos. A silver lining to me stopping in Hessel, not just for the antique wooden boat show prep that's going on, but for a mountain bike trail, the Bay City Lake Trail. I'm using it for my off-road vehicle, my bike. Hopefully I don't get run over by a motorcycle or a quad. I'm glad that it's here and I'm here. I need the workout. And I'm putting on my camera because I think I'm going to see a bear. I am. I'm going to have my camera on. I don't know how much of this video I'm going to use, but I think I'm going to see a bear. And I say that really loud, so in case there's a bear that's listening, it will maybe go in the other direction.
All through the Upper Peninsula, known as the UP, there are tons of beautiful and really accessible, well-designed and well-managed mountain bike trails like this one. Cruising sailors and boaters have to make exercise a priority so that you can deal with your own aches and pains and to avoid additional injuries on the boat. Easy anchorage, fun activities, but I really love being out on the water, and I couldn't wait to get back there.
I don't know if you can see where the stitching has been redone there, but it's in an important spot right here by the zipper, and I assume it takes some stress. I'm going to continue through the channel, checking out all the cool boathouses in front of the cottages. Those are just neat. There's some just cool ones. Take you back to the Hardy Boys days. That one's really good, isn't it? Lots of classic old boats up here, old woodies. And they like to sleep in these great old boathouses. Oh, they've got 2 woodies living in there. Awesome. And we don't just have classic wooden runabouts here. Look at that great little day sailor. She's a beauty. That place is called a wee bit of heaven, and I think it is. This whole place is. A woody lifted up out of the water there. That's interesting. Normally they stay in the water so the wood stays swelled once the season begins.
My modest camera really can't capture the beauty of the place. You'll have to trust me or visit.
Dollar Bay Island. Looks like an old casino. I'll have to look up what that is or was.
All I could learn is that it's privately owned.
No sign of a no-wake zone anywhere around here. This is runabout heaven. So you just rip along and just part of the culture here. The name of that big boat over there is Jawbreaker, which makes me think of Jeremy Roenick, the hockey player, who was famous for getting his jaw broken by Darian Hatcher. Wow. I don't know that he's got a place around here, but I wouldn't doubt it.
Yes, this is wooden boat heaven, but not all the boats here are just runabouts. There were some other sailors making their way through the Les Cheneaux Islands. It's glorious sailing there too. It really is. Back out on the big water, I was ready to make the turn and head up the St. Mary's River over toward Drummond Island.
I'm going to be entering Canadian waters here pretty soon. I had to put up my flag. Always make sure that the flag for the country you're visiting is above the country where you're from. No need to declare war, right? Making their way out of U.S. waters into Canadian waters, folks frequently stop at Drummond Island before checking into Canadian customs at Meldrum Bay. Harbor Island National Wildlife Refuge is just north of Drummond Island with a great anchorage and terrific places to go on a hike. The largest anchorage is pretty shallow, so powerboats really have the advantage. Either way, there are multiple places to anchor there, and it's a worthwhile stop, as well as Drummond Island, before making your way to Meldrum Bay. I hope that checking into Canadian Customs will be no big deal. One other international check-in here. Kind of fun. And I do feel fortunate that I can travel by boat. You know, it's just what you need when you're not in a hurry. Upon my arrival, I felt completely welcome, but not everybody was everywhere. Megatron, that's not fair, is it? How do you feel about that? I think dogs should be allowed everywhere. Don't you, Megatron? When you see signs like that, does it make you happy or sad? Megatron is clearly saddened by the sign. Do dogs belong on baseball fields? I'm in Canada. Megatron may understand French better than my English. I don't know. We have arrived, finally. I am so sorry for the delay, but life got in the way. I'll tell you more about that later. I'm happy to be back with you. I'll try to make it more frequently. Thank you for your encouragement, and I apologize to those who conveyed that they're having withdrawals. Let's have some fun in Canada. See you soon.